Good evening, class. This is Crystal Hill-Davidson, and tonight we're going to be talking about Chapter 6, Maintaining a Healthy Body Weight. Specifically, what I would like to discuss from Chapter 6 is eating disorders. For those of you that don't know what an eating disorder is, it's a psychological illness that causes a person to undereat, overeat, or practice unhealthy nutrition-related behaviors. There are examples of eating disorders. For example, anorexia nervosa. There's bulimia nervosa. There's also exercise bulimia and binge eating disorder. The one in particular that I would like to discuss is body image. Body image is how a person sees himself or herself. But when that person looks in the mirror, it's a distorted image. And so they practice unhealthy behaviors to try to alter that image, when in reality, that person looks normal. In particular, what I want to ask is, how do you think your body image affects your kids? That was a question that I've never heard anyone discuss in relation to body image, so I did some research on it. I went to the Office of Women's Health.gov, and on there it talked about how your body image plays a role in how your kids see themselves. It even talked about how studies show that daughters are twice as likely to have ideas about dieting when their mothers diet. So it gave some examples and some tips on, things to say around your children in regards to body image. And one of the biggest things is to pay attention to the language that you use with your kids. You don't want to say negative things like, "Oh my God, I need to go on a diet. I'm overweight. I just need to lose weight." Things like that. Instead of saying I need to go on a diet, use terminology like I need to eat healthier. Things like that. And also you want to explain to your kids that gaining weight is a normal part of development, especially during puberty. For girls, they're going to gain weight. And so you definitely want to explain that part, that it's okay. Also, you definitely don't want to make negative comments about weight, food, body shape, and size. The other thing that's very important in this day and age is you want to limit the screen time for your children, especially, here in the 21st century. Back in the day, we didn't have all of those things that would present all these different types of ideas of what you should look like and what's acceptable. And they have so many other things, outside of television. There's social media. There's online gaming. There's many different ways that body image could be presented to your children, and therefore many are unrealistic. So you definitely want to kind of watch that and limit that. The other thing that you don't want to do is complain about your weight, and you never want to tell your child that he or she is more attractive if he or she loses weight. So those were some helpful tips that I took from that, and I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. And we'll do more research on eating disorders. And have a great night.